Hello everyone. So welcome to Network Home YouTube channel. So today's topic is DHCP. So DHCP basically means Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. So it's a protocol that is being used to assign an IP address dynamically or automatically to a networking device. So there are two ways of assigning an IP address to a device. So one is the DHCP as I mentioned now, and the other one is statically assigning, that is manually assigning an IP address to a networking device. So to any device, if we need to assign an IP address, so we can check out the actual IP address of an networking device using the command Windows plus R. So here we need to type in ncpa.cpl and click on OK. So here we can see the connections. So here basically it is an Ethernet connection. So go to properties. Then click on IPv4 and select properties here. So you can see there are two options, that is obtain an IP address automatically, and the second option is use the following IP address. If I click on use the following IP address, I need to assign the IP address manually. So I need to type in the IP address, subnet mask, default gateway manually here. Instead of that, if I click on obtain an IP address automatically, if I am connected to the internet, I will be getting the IP address automatically here. So the background process works based on the DHCP process. So let's understand the DHCP process using Cisco Packet Tracer, which is basically a simulation of the actual process which happens. So let's check into Cisco Packet Tracer. So here I have created two networks using one router, two switches, and four PCs. So here, let's consider this as an organization. So there are two teams, one is HR team and the other is a marketing team. Let's say there are the two PCs in each team. So I need to configure the router in such a way that so the four PCs gets the IP address automatically using DHCP process. So for that, we need to configure the router first. So let's click on the router, go to CLI mode. Let's start configuring it. So in the first step, we need to type no. Then the second as enable. Now it is in the privilege mode. Now I need to configure. So I need to enter config T. So I can now start to configure the router. So first thing is I need to select the interface. So here in this router, there are two interfaces. One is FS0/0 and FS0/1. So I'm considering FS0/0, the first one. Then I could type in FA0/0. Then click on enter. Then now I can add the IP address. So for that I need to enter IP add. Then I will type in the IP address which I need to add. For this interface, I'm going to add 192.168.1.100. Then subsequently I need to mention the subnet mask. So default subnet mask for class C is 255.255.255.0. Then I will type no shutdown to up the connections, then exit. Then I will select the second interface, that is FA0/1. That is this interface, the second interface of the router. Similarly, I will add the IP address. That is 192.168.2.100. Then the subnet mask. Then no shutdown and exit. Now you can observe the connections are up here. Before it was no connection was established. So the basic configuration is done now. The second thing, in order to assign an IP address using DHCP, initially we need to create a DHCP pool. That is, we need to enter the network or in which range the IP addresses has to be assigned to the PCs. So first I need to mention the interface again. So FA0/0, the first interface. I'm going to create DHCP pool so that I need to type in IP DHCP pool space. Then I'm going to type J1. J1 basically I'm naming the pool as J1. You can give any name. Then I have to mention the network. The network here basically means there 192.168.1.0. So 0 means it is the first IP in that network, that is 1.0. So 1.0 represents the whole network here. So 1.100 representing only this interface. So I need to mention the whole network there. So I'm mentioning 192.168.1.0, then subsequently the subnet mask, then enter, then exit. Then I will mention the second interface FA0/1. Then I will create the second DHCP pool. I'm going to name it as J2. Then I need to mention the network again. That is 192.168.2.0. As I mentioned here, it is 2.0 I need to mention to represent the whole network. Then exit from that mode. Now we have configured the router, we have created the DHCP pool which was required. Now we can just click on the PC here, go to desktop mode, IP configuration. Here I need to select DHCP so that I can get the IP address automatically assigned by the DHCP. So I will just click on here, DHCP. So you can see the IP address for this PC is now 192.168.1.1. The network which I was mentioned earlier was 192.168.1.0 was the network. So the next IP, that is 192.168.1.1, has been assigned for this PC. Similarly, the second PC I'm going to check. So here I'm clicking on DHCP. Now I can see 192.168.1.2, the second IP has been assigned. So they are in the same network, that is HR department. Now I will click on the second network, which was the marketing one. So if I click on the first PC, and I'm going to check the IP address in the DHCP mode. So you can see it is 192.168.2.1, that is 2.1. So 2.0 was the network which I had mentioned. So it is 2.1 has been assigned to the first PC. So similarly for the second one, it will be 2.2. Let's check it out. So here it is for the second PC, 192.168.2.2. So similarly, the real world, based on the DHCP pool created, even there are hundreds or thousands of PCs, so IP addresses can be assigned automatically using the DHCP process. Thank you for watching this video. That's all for today.